Hello and welcome my friend, and then I am planning to give you idea that how to repair this leaking coolant hose in Mercedes Benz cars. And now I have this W212 engine and I have leak area in here, and there is small dropping of this coolant in this red area. And now I have purchased new gaskets what goes to inner area. And also note that this gasket, there is two gaskets, one in here and second in this radiator area, and they are different sides. And let's go to look closer. There is really two these gaskets, and they are like inside in this coolant hose in here, and soon I will add that in here. And this bigger one, what is this 39 millimeters, this belongs in radiator area in here, and then the smaller one belongs in here, and this size is 36.3 millimeters, and I installed that soon in here inner area. And let's go to look at how I do that job. And now I have noticed that there is small leak, and especially when I start this my engine, then this leak is even bigger. And let's go to look closer. Area, there is leak, and soon I start my car, and then this leak is even bigger. Let's look what happens next. Okay, and this leak come from, I believe that in this area in here, that area in here. And now when I am planning to repair that, normally there is thing that I have to replace in the new gasket, or then I should to replace this this coolant hose, and also I can add in there some specific gasket glue what I have made. But now I have still in there leak because there is small dropping in ground in that area, and in here we can see this wet thing in here. And in that here I can see that my finger is wet. Okay, and now I have to open this hose connector, and I will add in there new gasket. Okay, and this job starts so that I take this cover first away, and then there is small clamp in here, and I need now specific tool for this opening. Okay, and I need this kind of hook tool, and when I install that my hook in here and there's small metallic clamp, I pull out that in this way, and note that this clamp in here, it goes only one way back. And let's look closer this area. Okay, now we can see this closer, and look, this is locking clamp, and I can take that away, but it goes in this way. This is, remember to check in your connector. It goes in that way, and when I compress that down, it locks this hose to this connector. This is interesting engineering, but remember that in this way it goes back only one way. Okay, and then when this clamp is free, then I can carefully separate this my hose. I have used in here a little bit gasket glue, and I take this my old glue away, and as soon as my hose opens, I work a little bit in that way, and when this connection is free, we can continue. Okay, and now this connection is free, and I worked a little bit and I bent this area with my knife, and now this area is free. And in my case we can see that there is no any gasket, that kind of gasket in here, because this part belongs in this position in here. And now when I install that, it is good to use some grease. Any grease is good, and my grease is now this copper paste what we use in brake works, and this purpose is to only make this gasket in here lubricant, that this goes nicely in here. Look, that this gasket must be in all areas in very tight, because when this gasket becomes old, it is like too loosen. And now when everything is fine, I can press this back inside, and in this position it is good to add in here coolant also in, because this radiator area needs coolant, and now I add in here coolant a little bit. Okay, and I use now this coolant concentrate Valvoline Max Life. This is excellent, and I add this my coolant hose with this coolant liquid full. Okay, now it's full, and then I can connect this my hose directly in here in that way. Good. Now it goes nicely, and remember to press that totally in. Okay, and remember to press totally these parts together in that way. And then final part is that I install this my metallic clamp in that way. It goes directly in there. Good. And now this my connection is locked. And this is good to check with fingers that there is no any looseness or loosen or any movement, because otherwise we have leak. But now I think that everything is well, and then next step is to start my engine, that we can check those leaks. Okay, and now there is no any leaks. Okay, and now when I check that there is no any leaks, I can think that this repair is ready, and I can go to take a little bit longer drive, like 20 or 10 miles, that I can check that there is no any leaks after that, because when we drive a little bit harder there can be more leaks, but now everything looks fine and this job is done. And thumbs up, my friend, and see you in next movie.